right. All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Geek Grounds podcast. I'm James, and my guest today is
Kyle Hazelwood.
Hey, man. Great to have you on. I haven't seen you in so long.
Yes.
Last time I saw you, you were a lot bigger.
Yeah, I was a pretty heavy guy.
Yeah. You looked like me last time I seen you. So
I was bigger.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you lost how much weight?
Right now, in the middle of my cut, I'm down about 130 pounds.
130 pounds.
Yes,
Wow,
sir.
That's crazy. Can I put a before and after picture?
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
the pod? You don't
Yeah.
care? Okay, that's pretty crazy, man. Was it like did it take you a couple years to do that, or was it like a shorter?
I'd say it's been about 2 years total now.
2 years?
Yeah, a year and a half, 2 years.
That's pretty crazy, man. Yeah, 130 pounds in 2 years. That's pretty wild. How heavy were you?
About 290.
200, so about close to 300.
Yeah.
You see, I got about, the heaviest I ever was about 288, and I'm down about 10 pounds. So I saw that, I'm like, oh, I don't want to get 300.
That's one thing. I was at the doctor for like blood pressure and like not being able to sleep, and I got on the scale, it was like 289, 290, and I was like, oh boy, that's a lot more than I thought.
Getting up there.
Yeah, big
adjust you
boy.
a little bit. There we
You're
go.
good. You're good.
But also, guys, you'll notice in the background, my toddler has a nice little art piece. She liked it. She wanted to add to the set. I was really happy about that. So, but yeah, what made you? So basically, you going to the doctor and seeing that made you kind of buckle down.
That was like the start of it.
Yeah.
But I had a boy 2 years ago. He turned 2 Thursday. And I was like, oh, I want to get him in wrestling and football like how I grew up. And then I thought, like, you know, I want him to be the best. I want him to be better. Because my parents were, they liked that I did sports, but they weren't really like the go for it. They kind of hated driving me to practice, so they were cool when I didn't want to play. But I didn't want to be that dad in the stands, you know, shoving a hot dog in my mouth the whole time that I'm yelling, like, run faster, you know, hit him. Like, I just feel like I wanted to lead by example and be like, you know, take initiative to be like, you know, this, if I want him to be like this, I should probably start to try to be like this too.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I like that. Did it start like at your gym, like when you started losing the weight?
No, when I started losing weight, I didn't have any intention of fighting or training. I was that annoying guy at the parties. Like, I'd always have UFC parties and stuff like that, and I'd always be like, oh, when I wrestled, I'd have done this, or I should fight. But I never did anything. And it started out that I just started working out a little bit at home, and then I built a gym, and then I started lifting every morning and every evening, and
got addicted to it.
Yeah, quickly. Once I started seeing results, then it was
awesome.
It was on.
Yeah. That's usually from what I've heard from a lot of weight loss stories, like once you finally see the scale, like the difference, and that's when it kicks in. You know what I mean?
And it got addicting.
That's really interesting. So you've always kind of been into fighting?
Yeah, I've always liked watching it. Like, you know, growing up, like Matt and I wrestled together.
Yeah.
And I always liked it. I've always watched UFC fights, and I more or less just was one of those guys like talking. I like sounding like I was going to be a fighter. You know, I'd be like, oh, I should fight. I can fight.
I could fight.
Yeah.
That's funny. So talk to me about your gym.
So we're called Gas Tank MMA. We train out of North Vernon, Indiana.
Yeah.
It's owned by my coach. He's also a fighter. He actually has the 135 belt for Hard Rock MMA.
Oh.
His name's Jordan Gast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a savage, dude. I give him a lot of crap, and like I mess with him and stuff, but like he's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. He actually this year and last year won state in his weight class for wrestling. Greco-Roman, freestyle, and folk style. Like he's legit. I don't give him enough credit, but yeah, he's pretty legit. Yeah, he's very good.
That's pretty awesome. And he's like the owner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We actually like we're open 7 days a week.
Okay.
We have kids classes. He teaches them, and then we have like my other coaches like Harlan Deaton, AJ Stainbrook, Jamie Scruggs. they'll help out with the kids' classes and running the different, depending on what day we're training, what we're training.
That's cool. That's cool. I'll put the Facebook link, Facebook link to your gym.
Oh, perfect.
And the description below. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. From what I've seen, it looks great. It looks like a great gym, great process with all those classes. Yeah. So I want to talk to you also about, I wanted to ask you, so what would be your advice for people that are wanting to lose weight, basically?
Understand that it's not going to be an overnight process.
Mm-hmm.
The scale's going to go up. It's going to go down. Might not move at all. You just have to stay consistent. And don't make like a life-altering diet or I'm going to start running 6 miles a day. You'll fail every time.
Yeah.
It's a for sure will fail. You just got to ease in.
Steps. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe start doing some push-ups. And you don't have to do 100 push-ups right now. You can do 10 every few hours. And as long as you do 100 push-ups, it's 100 push-ups.
Yeah. For sure.
And, what really helped for me was I stopped drinking alcohol. I stopped partying, going to the bars. That was getting me out of trouble with the little bar fights we'd get in that made me think I was a fighter. A little 5-second boom, and then I'm like, oh, I got him. And
yeah. So you've been sober?
Yeah, I don't drink alcohol at all.
That's awesome,
alcohol and I can't say I haven't had it at all. I might have an occasional beer.
Right.
But any hard liquors, I don't even have an interest.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't.
You've been happier?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like everyone, you get upset, you start drinking alcohol, and then you realize oh, now all I'm thinking about is what's upset me, and laying off of it. That's
awesome,
man.
A
lot easier.
That's awesome, man. Completely changed right there. So how did you basically become a fighter? Like who introduced you to the idea of fighting? Your coach?
No, like I said, I wrestled growing up, and that always kind of made me want to get into more of MMA. And I started really getting interested in jiu-jitsu. I started seeing these scrawny little guys take this 300-pound monster and just mangle him. Just make him look like a toddler.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a very scary world to get into jiu-jitsu. But actually, what really got me into it was a fighter. He's retired now, Dustin Poirier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I like him.
It sounds so out there, but he's all over my gym. I got his trading cards, his posters. He just really inspired me. He came up hard life. He was a dog. He'll fight anybody, and he'd take it to him. And I just every time he was on, it was Poirier's on. And when I started losing weight, I actually when I would work out at home, I just watch his old fights on my TV in my gym, or watch YouTube highlights of him, and I'd get all pumped he'd knock somebody out. I'm like, oh, I could do that.
It's inspiring, dude.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it truly is.
Especially it's always the underdog story, the underdog story of someone winning. It's just one of the coolest things. Yeah, it's just one of the coolest things.
Yeah.
Heck, the most recent UFC event, Sean Strickland winning the title.
Yeah.
That was pretty insane.
Oh, that's one thing about my gym too. I loved that fight was excuse me. We're a wrestle heavy gym because my coach, he wrestled in high school, middle school, and he up there in James County, and so we're real heavy in wrestling based fighters and coaches, and they were all Kamzat's gonna be too much for Strickland.
Yeah.
And I told him exactly how it would play out. I said if he can get up, he can stuff some takedowns and keep it on the feet. I said Strickland wins it all day.
Yeah.
I was the only one, it seemed like, that was rooting for him, and I was like, no, and then as it played out, my group chat for my gym's blowing up, and they're all like, man, my buddy Chris, he actually fights in the same weight class. He said, I'm really upset right now. It's playing out exactly how Kyle said. And I was like, I told you, man, I'm an analyst.
Yeah, that's awesome. So since you're an MMA fighter, I gotta ask, how do you feel about Jake Paul?
I'd like to hate the guy because he's annoying, but when it comes to being somebody that's knows how to do business, knows how to stir the pot.
He's smart.
Yeah, it's hard to hate the guy, and I don't like the way he runs his mouth, but there's a lot of people that are like that, and you can't change it. And
it's just a character, I feel like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't really know the real him. There's a lot of, he acts like that because it gets, that's the cool thing about fighting, boxing, anything, whether you love them or you hate them, you're gonna watch.
Yeah.
Because if you love them, you want to see him win, but if you hate them, you want to see him lose.
Right.
when he fought Anthony Joshua. I tuned in.
Everyone wanted to see him lose.
I wanted exactly what happened to happen. And when it happened, I'm jumping out of the couch like, oh, yeah, that's what you get.
Yeah, it's probably not a smart idea fighting someone that's still probably at least top 20 in boxing.
Well, that's also where I laid off of them too, because with training and fighting, like I'm fighting heavier guys or training with them, and that's what I told my fiance when it was going on. I was like, you got to give it to him. He's got a set of brass ones because there's no amount of money that you could sign for me to want to get in there and take a beating from a guy like that. You know, I mean, he was an Olympic medalist. You know, he's a big
He was a
guy.
world champion.
Scary guy.
Very good. So that was my thing. Like, he's a jerk, I guess, but I mean, I think it's pretty much all just marketing and part of his character.
Yeah, I believe so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's smart.
I'd still fight him if he was open
for sure.
Hey,
call him out right now.
Yeah, I mean, if Jake Paul wants to get a piece of it, he's got to come down to 155. I'm not beefing up to fight him, but if he wants to come down, he can come get some.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, the Geek Grounds podcast that no one probably cares about. Jake Paul, come at us. Not me.
I'm not retired yet, so I can't see him wanting to fight.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, wait 20 years, maybe he'll consider you.
Well, we'll see. The money's there,
Yeah. That's funny, man. That's funny. So I always want to ask, like, for like MMA fighters, the training regimen. I feel like it's got to be difficult. I feel like that's one of the hardest things. Like building up for a fight, you know what I mean?
There's the pros and cons to it.
Okay.
Like, when you're not in a fight camp, the training's pretty wishy-washy. Not wishy-washy, I'm sorry. Like you can kind of choose when, not the training itself, but like when you want to train. It's not as as upfront. You need to be there. In my opinion, if you're fighting, regardless if you're healthy, you need to be at the gym. But that's my own kind of feeling on it. The hardest part of the whole fight's the weight cut, man. I mean, because I started this fight camp about I'd say eight weeks or so ago, and I was about 185. Coming off my last fight, I broke my hand. You can actually see the knuckle there.
Show the camera if you want.
Yeah, I broke the knuckle here. It popped up and out.
Up a little more.
Oh, a little more.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, you can see it there.
Yeah.
And it actually pushed it back. You can see where it's different.
Yeah.
I did it in the second round, and I kept throwing it the whole fight.
Yeah.
Didn't know. And
I watched that whole fight.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, dude. So he had the upper hand in the beginning.
He.
Well, okay, I say that, but I'm not like an MMA analyst.
No, he did.
He did. Yeah, I was like, he dropped you. Yeah. So. Yeah, but you came back and you won. That was again, that's inspiring, man. That inspired me, and I'm sure it inspired other people that watched the fight. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, it was. He got me. He got me good. I wasn't expecting him to come out and throw so heavy, but like I said, it's different being in there than in a street fight, and the pressure's on, and there's people all around it. And...
That was about to be my next question.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, how scary is it being in that cage? It's got to be terrifying.
That was my favorite part of after the fight was having to explain that to people. Like, like during the fight, I didn't realize it because the adrenaline dump you get from that is like. No drug, no alcohol, no nothing. Like, it's just, like,
I can't
it gets
imagine.
you shaking, like, thinking. Like, it's hard to really describe until you're in there because I had asked people. Like, I'd asked my coach, and he'd had a lot of fights and other guys, and they were like, you just got to get in there. But, like, when you're walking into the, walking out, I wasn't scared. I was, like, excited. I was like, I'm going to run through this guy. This is nothing,
Yeah.
And then when I got hit, and, I mean, that was just stupid on my part. I kept throwing that front leg kick. Wasn't going to work. Kept throwing it anyway. He caught me with just the simplest combo. Just jab, lower body, hook, and I ate on all of it. And when I got up and started bringing it, because, I mean, you watch the fight, I get back up, and I'm right back in his face.
Yeah.
I didn't take a step
That's
back
what I was
the whole
impressed
fight.
by. A lot of times that can ruin fighters.
It wasn't fighting out of anger. Everyone was like, man, I could see you were mad. I wasn't mad. I said that was the most scared I've ever been in my life. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
But that's where part of the adrenaline comes from. That not everybody's meant
fighting
to get
for
in
your
there.
life.
Yeah. Yeah, because, in a bar fight or, a little high school fight or whatever, it's one or two punches, it's broken up.
Yeah.
In there, it's you or him. It's
Right.
And it's not, you don't know how skilled this guy is. You know, we're both amateurs. He might just come out and throw some crazy head kick I'd never thought I'd have to deal with. And I'm waking up with somebody rubbing my forehead saying, you're all right, you know. But it was scary when I got back up and fought out of the first round. And I kind of caught my wits in the beginning of the second. And when I started dropping him, that's when I just got in his face and I just wanted to let him know, like, I'm right here, dog. Like, that's all you had, and you're about to see what I started realizing, like, oh, I'm hitting him hard. I'm knocking him down. And then it went from fear to just, in a way, pure joy.
Yeah.
When I got him on the cage and I was hitting him, a little bit of blood came off and hit me, and it was just like this, like, I don't even know how to describe it, type of feeling, like we're gladiators. I mean, to be honest, that's what it is. It's a rush, and once I got started winning, I was like, oh, like,
this is awesome.
I'm gonna kill this guy, and like I'm gonna get him. And then after I won, it was all just the highest high I've ever felt. You know, the whole crowd. You're a bad man.
Yeah. And then I heard after the fight, immediate respect to the other opponent. I mean, like, you're putting your life on the line. Like, you really are. Like, either way, win or lose, you got to respect the other man.
And that's the thing. Yeah, that's what a lot of people that don't do it don't understand is they're like, wow, if you lost to him or if you beat him, why would you? We knew what we were getting into.
Yeah.
You know, it's me or it's you. There's no team sport to rely on, and when they bring it to you like that, or in general, just the respect to get in there and do that, to let me beat you like that, or you beat me like that, like you see a side of somebody in there that I don't know him, but in a way I feel like I really know him.
Yeah, for sure. And that was really well said. Yeah.
And I mean, that's the best way, it's like I probably know him in a way that no one else does. And the same with him, because before, you can ask anyone that knew me, it was, I'm going to knock him out in the first round. I'm going to choke him out. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone does, you know. That's part of being a fighter. You got to You got to kind of fade the line between, like, being a little confident and a little, like, egotistical. Yeah. And when you find that fine line, I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm mainly egotistical. I'm running through them.
That's just what I love usually after fights, when is the respect. It's pretty cool to see. I wanted to ask you this, because I feel like if I got in the cage, I would forget everything I learned in training. I feel like I would.
That was
did that happen to you?
Yeah, absolutely. It actually started before we walked out. Yeah. We warmed up. I was hitting pads. In the fight, it looked like I'm a striker.
Yeah.
The way I just wanted. I'm a grappler. That's what's so funny. I mean, I think now I've found out maybe I am more of a striker as I've learned more, because all I knew was wrestling, and then I really got into the jiu-jitsu, and up until maybe, because before that fight I'd only been training at my gym for about, I think it was like 10 months. Yeah. But I was there 7 days a week. I was there every day. It's we got out, we're warming up, we're getting ready to walk out, and his team, he comes from a very heavy kickboxing, Muay Thai, striking gym. Yeah. Very good. I wouldn't even mind shouting them out. They're called Triumph Combat out of Kentucky. Yeah. Very good gym. Very, very nice coaches. The coach and I have contacted each other several times. He's invited me to come spar, and like I said, very respectful sport, but I could hear him in the back chirping behind me. He can't bang with you, or whatever they were saying. If he strikes with you, you'll knock him out. So that egotistical part took over, and I thought, the whole training camp was take him to the ground, take him to the ground, take him to the ground. Every day we drilled things in class, and my training partners and my coaches, and that was the game plan. Get him to the ground as fast as possible, ground and pound, choke, whatever. And as soon as I heard that, I said, okay, no takedowns. We're banging. Like, it's going to be a brawl. Yeah. I didn't tell anyone else that. I just had it in my head. As I walked out, I was like, you're about to have a dogfight. Yeah. And then once he dropped me, all the combos I knew, all the things I thought I knew to set up and how to move, they were gone. It was just... And
that's what I feel like.
It was fighting off just pure. That's why they want you to drill, like, when you're hitting certain combos, hit it 1,000 times. So when you're in that kind of adrenaline fight or flight feeling, it's natural.
It's natural.
Movement.
It's muscle memory.
Yeah, exact. Perfect. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, oh man, I love that. I wanted to ask before we get to the last segment here. Any other thing you want to say about your gym? I know it's awesome, but
yeah, I mean, there's so many. You don't have to want to fight to want to do to come train there. Some of the nicest people I've ever met, and that was one of the scariest parts. I go in, they're all big, such good shape, and it's intimidating. And you're like, man, this is a room full of killers, nicest people on the planet.
Yeah.
They come to my kid's birthday party. We were just at another guy's birthday party. My coaches were out with us, and their wives are friends with my wife or fiance. But I can't stress enough, get your kids involved in it. Not necessarily the fighting, the competitions, but the discipline you learn from jiu-jitsu and the wrestling, the learning how to fail, learning how to lose, how to deal with losing.
Yeah.
It sets you up for things in life some things can't teach you, and it's also not a bad idea to learn how to do a little self-defense. You never know in this, especially in this world, in this
crazy world.
Yeah, this world's wild.
Yeah.
So
I love that, man.
But yeah, we're open. The kids classes are Monday through Friday. They're 5 to 6 every night. The adult classes, Mondays are like a jiu-jitsu 6 to 8. Tuesdays are a striking with boxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing. Yeah. Every day 6 to 8, Monday through Friday, and then like Wednesdays is gi jiu-jitsu. Thursdays is another striking. Fridays is normally a kind of a mix-up. It's normally an MMA night, but we kind of change up wrestling and that. And then Saturdays, we'll do some open rolls from like 10 to 12. They actually have a kids class on Saturdays, and it's 3 to 4 year olds. That's the only day a week they do it. Man, it is some of the cutest things because they don't listen and they don't know how to like really do anything. And my coach is just running around like his daughters are there helping him. Like they're 3 and younger. And, it's just cute. Like they'll just do like little moves and little setups, and they play these little games, and it's just a really cute little class. But he's trying to just teach them a little bit of discipline, get them moving around, get them used to getting in these situations. And they stress a lot with the kids, like this is for how you can stop a bully without getting yourself hurt or getting them hurt or getting in trouble for it, but while being able to stick up for yourself. And they stress a lot about that, and I do like that, because I think in a world where everybody's gotten a little soft, you got to have a little bit of people with some grit that are like, you're not pushing me, or if you get pushed,
stand up for yourself.
Exactly. And that's what he really stresses. And you see some of these kids that come in, you'll see them come in, and after a few months of being in and stuff, whole different person. And that's the same with the adults. We've got guys that are in high school wrestling coming to stay in shape. We've got guys like myself, my buddy Chris that fights the same night with me, Chris Hernandez, and then my buddy Isaiah Carmer, he fights the next night. We're competing. And we've got a lot of very active fighters, a lot of active jiu-jitsu. Our jiu-jitsu kids class, they win belts every weekend, man. It's all over the Facebook page. You guys check it out. But they're winning tournaments left and right, and we could use more kids in there, more adults, get some more faces in there. But the kids that are in there, they're good.
It's awesome.
And when they get to be my age, I'm hoping I'm done fighting, because I'm not gonna want a piece of them. And and we've got guys that are in their 40s and 50s, and all kinds of the females are in there in their 20s, 30s, 40s. There's some people that just want to learn to defend themselves. Some people are just trying to get in shape, and it's a real good place to start, because they can get you onto something that's very addicting, and once you start liking going, you want to be there all the time. And
that's awesome. So how can we watch your fight? And wait, so when is your fight? This weekend, right?
It is Friday, May 29th.
Friday, May 29th.
It'll be at 4th Street Live. It's a crazy cool venue. It's going to be a cool one to fight at. It'll be on Future of Fighting's Facebook page. You go there, and they've got a web link. Okay. And you'll click at like day of the fight. I think
you sent me that link, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll put the link to that in the description. That way you guys can find his fight for this Friday. I'll probably have this video uploaded in here in a few days. Okay. So yeah,
perfect.
I want to try to get it done before the fight,
Yeah.
so it'll be perfect.
And my debut fight I had back in February, it's available on YouTube. If you
I'll put the link to that as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
That's awesome. Well, Kyle, all right. Anything else you want to say, or you think you got it?
No, I think you
got it covered.
Nailed it, yes sir.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Here's what I like to do with my guest. All right.
All right.
Me and Matt normally do a try not to laugh segment at the end of our videos, where I show Matt pretty interesting videos, and he tries not to laugh. Okay. This first one, it's going to be a gym related one.
Okay.
I figure that's perfect for you.
Yeah, probably get me off the
start. I don't know if it's going to make you laugh. If it's not, it's okay. I'm not going to be offended, I promise. Did you see what he did?
Yeah, I saw what he did. I saw that dirty butt. That is the worst oil check I've ever seen someone do to themselves. Normally you do that to someone else.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah, that would have went from like a misdemeanor to a felony charge. I'd be doing life. Like, I can walk away from a lot, but you go slinging poo at me.
I'd freak out.
You know, the only thing I can say to that is I've never wanted a wiener more in my life.
You like that?
Yeah, that's that one about got me. That one about.
So the hot dog one almost got you.
Yeah, the hot dog one was the that one I was not expecting. The show. You know.
Yeah. All right. Well, Kyle, thank you so much for being here, man. This was awesome. I love. This is a different episode for me, and it was just great to hear about all the insides of, you know, all the inside details of all the preparing for fighting and stuff.
Thanks for having me. It was cool to get to kind of shout my gym out a little bit. Cause it did change my life. Like, truthfully, like, I've got a bad case. I've really bad hyperactive ADHD. I've got a bad temper. I fight a lot with my old lady, and it's normally my fault. You know, I hope she doesn't watch this, because that's the truth. I do start a lot of it. But going there, that's the only time I'm in there, and my head's not everywhere. I'm not thinking about this payment, that payment, this person, what's wrong with this, what's wrong with that. I'm not hearing all these different things I need to get done and don't have done. It's just, don't get hit in the nose. Don't get
it's more simple.
It's very simple, and it's like I understand something for the first time in my life. Like, everything's like, oh.
Yeah. And do you think that's helped you with your home life and stuff?
Yeah. We argue significantly. Like I said, I got a fight next week. I've been weight cutting. I'm a little on the grouchy side because I'm hungry.
Well, and also, like, fights can, I mean, couples.
The nerves.
Yeah, couples can fight. I mean, like, not obviously, like, you know, not every single day, but you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, and that was where it got.
That's where it got.
You know, I'm realizing, like, I can get a lot of the stress out there, and those guys they're the same as me. They're just a bunch of goofy, didn't want to sit at a 9 to 5 all the time. Just want to punch somebody in the face, and that's where we can do it. You know.
Yeah.
We'll go out there and beat the crap out of each other for 2 hours, and then we're over there at the end of the day. You know, we're talking,
best friends,
drinks, going to get something to eat. You know, hanging out, making plans, playing video games.
It's awesome.
I found like a I thought I had friends kind of thing, and I still have my other friends. That makes it sound terrible, but like these guys, like, we all have the same thing in common, the same
brothers,
ideas, same thought. Yes.
Yeah,
and it's a family, and I know like if I needed somebody at whatever time, whole gym would ride, and that's a cool feeling to have. It really is, especially awesome, when the guys riding there are gonna do some damage if they had to. You know, that's pretty.
It's awesome, man.
Build up a lot of self-confidence.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome, man. Well, Kyle, thank you so much for being here. Make sure to like, subscribe, guys. Follow my TikTok at Geek Grounds, and have yourselves a good day.